nakita mo naman, yung ating guest na tatawagan natin, si Josh West. Napanood mo ba yun? Yung toughest place to be a bus driver.
Yeah. Oo, napanood yan. Pero ang tanong ko lang, bago ko kwento yung nangyari sa akin for the past 2 days, si Joey Leong ba, andyan ba hanggang 27th?
Yeah, andito yan. Andito siya, no?
Okay. Then I just wanted to know. Kasi pag... Okay. Sige. Pagbalik ko, hopefully, makakontak ko siya. At, sige, makausap siguro. Hopefully, we could... may iniisip lang akong gawin about probably a feature, no? So, ayan, today has been a very, busy day din sa akin. Peps, not really busy, kundi, alam mo, gaya na nabanggit mo, magkalayo tayo, no? Andiyan ka ngayon sa Terracotta Film Festival, London. Andito ako ngayon actually sa may Costa Blanca, no? Kahapon naranasan ko yung pangalan to, Gardales. It's para siyang parang Baguio, pero hindi malamig. Baguio siya sa Spanya na napakataas na sa tuktok ng bundok. At very winding talaga yung mga kalsada ba? Peps, parang mas grabe pa kaysa sa Baguio.
Yung niya, parang a long and winding road talaga.
Grabe yung winding road talaga, grabing winding. Ang from the coast side, papasok ka na inland eh. Guadalest ang pangalan, para Guadalest, mataas yan. And today, ano ba tayo dito? Galing ako ng Murcia. It's autonomous parang region or area sa Espanya. Oo. Tapos nun, from Murcia, it's ordinary town. Hindi ako masyadong nag-enjoy. Tapos tumakbo ako ng Cartagena. Yung Cartagena, parang port. Maganda yung port. Maganda yung area ng Cartagena. Oo. Meron siyang beauty yung lugar na yon. At siyempre, kasama natin yung ating, di ba? Yung ating kasamang si Sol, no? Sol Pimentel. At yun, iniikot namin yan for the past 2 days, no? Yan ba, yun lang. It's been a lovely, magandang panahon for the past 2 days sa Espanya. So magandang gabi ho to sa ating mga kababayan na nasa Espanya. Marami tayo pala mga Pilipinong yung Cartagena, dami kong namit, Peps, na mga dumadaong kasi yung mga cruise ships. At ang Cartagena pala sa Espanya is the third deepest area sa buong mundo. Kaya diyan nag-birth yung mga
diyan dumadaong ang mga malalaking mga vessels.
Oo, at gumagawa din ng mga submarine, mga ganon, yung mga mga warships ang Spain. Diyan nakaparada minsan sa area ng Cartagena. Maganda. It's a nice, akala ko simple lang, akala ko walang kwentang city, pero nakakagilalas pala, napakaganda pala ng city, no? May kwento at maganda yung kanyang lugar, yung kalsada. Meron siyang unique na karakter. Kaya doon sa mga kababayan natin, pag nadaan ho kayo ng Espanya, you could try Cartagena at you could also try yung Guadalest. These are very beautiful places, no? Ayan. Pag nagsama tayo, Peps, ikot kita.
Alam mo, nung nagpunta ako sa Philippines nung March 8, halos everyday pumupunta ako Espanya.
Dumadaan?
Papuntang Quiapo.
Everyday yan. Totoo yan.
Sinabi nyo, dahil nakita namin na mas maganda pala yung traffic via Quiapo, Top Avenue, no? Kesa sa Mag-EDSA.
Really? Hindi, kasi galing ka na sa sa gitna. Diyan ka na sa may Quezon Avenue. Diretso ka na papuntang Quiapo.
Diretso hanggang
tapos Ross Boulevard.
Kaya pareho tayo na madalas nalibot ko rin yung Espanya. Yun nga lang, Espanya extension at saka yung...
And then, ang nalibot ko lang Espanya sa isang side lang side lang ng yung Costa Blanca area. Marami pang mga lugar pa lang pwedeng puntahan Kanya nga lang, alam mo na, ang gusto ko mapanood yung bullfights, no? Pero wala na yata Mukhang it's a dying or binawal na yata.
Marami nang nagre-reklamo.
Oo nga. Oo. Uy, ready na ba yung ating mga kapanayab dyan?
LJ, subukan mo ang tawagan. Kung nandiyan na si Josh West.
I-live natin para
Okay, teka lang
dinig
po.
na dinig yung
live na
pagtawag
natin.
natin.
Yes po.
Oo.
Dire-diretso na dahil delayed.
Gusto
Delay tayo. No? Pasensya na po.
Oo.
It's going to
Ay,
be
special to,
an evening.
Special tong mga kapareham natin dahil ito ay na-feature sa BBC, di ba, Peps? Ito yung,
Yes,
bigyan mo nga kami ng backgrounder dito. Ano mga kwento nito? Itim to, di ba? Itim. Malaking tao.
Nag-drive. Dahil
bus
bus
driver
driver
to.
yan dito. No? Bago pinapunta siya sa Pilipinas at nag-drive siya ng jeepney doon. No? So nakakatawa talaga. At saka sa mga pinisyo doon. Hello, Josh?
Yep.
Hello, how are you?
Good evening. Yes, good evening.
Good evening.
I'm Peps, and Sonny is here as well. Ladies and gentlemen, our special guest for tonight, Josh West from BBC's Toughest Place to Drive, how to be a bus driver. Good evening,
right.
Josh.
Good evening.
Josh,
how
good
are you?
evening. Hi, yes.
How are you?
Well,
Good. I hear the different
my-
voices. That's great.
yes. Yeah, exactly. We've got, my name is Sonny Laragan. It's Laragan here in the UK, but in the Philippines, my name is Sonny Laragan. You know, it's a different pronunciation. Yes. Of
I
course,
have a very difficult. I have a very difficult
Difficult.
time pronouncing Filipino names.
especially if you pronounce Punong Bayan. Could you try Punong Bayan?
No, if I did, that would be the last word I say today until I untangle my tongue. So I'm not even going to attempt it in case I get it completely wrong.
Would you remember any names back then in the Philippines when you were doing that particular episode? Would you remember some names, surnames? That is.
Yeah, a lot of them had a Spanish twang to them. So obviously, I know Rogelio and Castro is one that I remembered, but a lot of them have a Spanish influence in Philippines. Obviously, from the time the Spanish were over there. So obviously, that there's some tailback from that. But specific names, obviously, I met Orion Aguero. Is that correct? Not sure
It's
Aguero
wrong.
is,
Actually, it's wrong, but because we will have to forgive you. Peps and I are very forgiving. So if you mispronounce these surnames, we don't know actually because we don't know them. So it's all right.
Okay.
Well, Josh, I know you're here because I believe you're going to join a fundraising activity for the Philippines for the European network for the Filipino diaspora And can you tell us more about this? The project?
Yeah, sure. Basically, they contacted me I've been in contact with one of them from the first time that I did the program back in 2010, and we've been Facebook friends and we've talked over online. She said she's always wanted me to do a project, and she contacted me about this. This is Carol, and Carol said to me that she'd like me to do a 5K run with the organization, and hopefully we'll raise some money to send over to the Philippines to help out with the education and helping kids and children and that sort of stuff over there.
Yes.
All right. So somebody contacted you on and you've been in close contact via Facebook. Is that what you're telling us? And then eventually, when this thing came about, she contacted you and asked you to participate. Is that how it is?
That's basically it. I have a Facebook page, and after I did the program, I created a Facebook page because I got a lot of people requesting onto my personal page, and I didn't really want to do that and get into my personal life a little bit. So I have a Facebook page which people contact me on, and I reply to 99% of all people who report to me or email me. And then there's a few people which I give up my personal info to for charity work and other things which I can do for the Filipino community. And this was one of the things which I actually contacted and spoke to them about. And it sounded like a worthy cause, and it's something which is right up my street because I do a 10K run anyway every year for Dance Aid, which is the charity I work with, and they help send money back to the Philippines as well. So this is something which is in conjunction with the charity I work with, Dance Aid, to help with Rogelio's family and other families in the Philippines.
Well, okay. Probably, Peps, let's give them a background of what ENFID is. It's the European Network of Filipinos in the Diaspora, right? That's how it goes, right? And
That's correct. That's correct.
what Josh is doing right now is well, he's helping out in raising funds for projects of the NFID. That's how we call it, NFID. But okay, so that's it. Right. It's well, just to give you an idea, this actually came about a couple of years back, I think, and I was a part of it. Well, part in the sense that when we were having this in Rome, I think it was September of 2012. Sometime during that time, about 3 or 4 days, and we had this. Well, they dubbed this as the European. I think it's the conference or something like that of European Filipino leaders in Europe or something like that, and we were the founding people who were there when NFID was born. So from then on, it's been a lot of projects left and right. So it's really fantastic. But we'd like to know more about you. Okay, you work as a driver currently. What do you do? Are you still a driver? Are you still driving?
I still work for the bus company. I'm no longer a driver. I haven't driven for several years now. I got promoted a little while ago, and now I'm a bus service controller. That's my title. Basically, what it means is if there's trouble on the road where there's a road traffic collision or there is road closures, I'm the person who tries to make the service still run regardless of the traffic and the delays. So if you know of a program back in the a while ago in the UK, it was called Bond the Buses. There was an inspector called Inspector Blakey, and I'd probably play his part, and I'm the person who told the bus drivers when to leave, what time to leave, and make sure they left on time and where to go if there was an obstruction on the road. So that's my job at the moment.
Is that the guy with a mustache?
Yes, that's the one with the moustache and the cap. Yes, that's the one.
All right.
If you could imagine me looking like that, that would be, yeah.
Okay. Well, prior to doing that thing in the Philippines, prior to doing that, have you heard of the Philippines?
I have. Fortunately for me, I train people at a boot camp, and at the boot camp, the lady who owns it is Filipino, and I'm very close friends with her, Rose, and so I did know about it, and I've met her parents, and so I've had some contact with Filipinos, and obviously there's Filipino drivers at work as well. There's one guy called Richard I work with very closely, so I do have a connection with Filipino people prior to the program, but I didn't know very much about the island itself.
You did? Sorry, what was the last line you said?
I didn't know very much about the Philippines. I knew about the Marcoses, and that was about it.
And that was about it. All right, yeah.
Yeah, that was about it. I didn't know very much more on that.
Oh, I think Peps is around now. Peps?
Yes, I'm back. Yeah, sorry about that.
Oh, yeah, all right. Okay, yes. We're actually in different places.
The thing that made Josh stand out among all drivers who went to different places is most of the comment is Josh was the one with the heart.
All right. Yes.
Yeah, because you were the one who got mostly involved with the environment, with what's going on over there.
Yeah.
I remember you were the one who went back to the Philippines after doing the show. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
you were
the BBC batch. Yeah, the BBC has actually done two programs. We did the first one.
You've been doing some charity work.
Yeah, I have. Every year I do charity work for them, and trying to raise funds to help send children to school, and also street kids as well who have no family, live on the street. We raise money for them, get them shelter. And after the recent hurricane which happened in Laragan, which is a massive tragedy, Dante helped out with raising money for that as well. So I'm committed to helping out the Philippines as much as I possibly can, because obviously, like you said, I have a big heart, and going over there and seeing it for myself and living a life as a jeepney driver, it touched me in a way which it made me feel that I needed to do more than just a program. I needed to do something which can help not just one family, but as many families as I possibly can.
Okay. Peps, we'll
how
have
did
a
you
short
manage
break muna.
I will have a short
break muna tayo.
The hour. Yeah.
Okay,
Josh, don't go away. We'll be back. We'll just have a commercial break now, yeah?
All right. Okay. Wag ko kayong alis, mga kaibigan. Kami ho ay ready ba tayo? LJ, baka mamaya bigla akong sinabing magbabalik pa eh. Hindi pa pala naka-ready. Ready na ba tayo?
Yes, po, ready po.
Okay. So, mga kaibigan, wag ko kayong alis. Kami ho ni Peps at ni Josh ay magbabalik saglit po lamang.
Robin Padilla, tol. Diretsuhin kita. Bilib ako sa sakripisyo mo dito sa abroad. Kaya sa remittance, dapat manigrado sa MoneyGram. Pwedeng makuha ang kasyang padala mo sa higit 9,000 pick-up locations sa Pinas. Pwedeng diretso din sa account ni Mahal. Mawi-withdraw sa 20 major banks. Ang galing, ano? Kaya diretsong saludo ako sa iyo at sa MoneyGram.
For more information, visit moneygram.com/moneygrado.
Manigrado sa MoneyGram.
Send from £4.99. MoneyGram is available from every post office and Thomas Cook in the UK.
Si Edith at Rowena, caregiver sa abroad.
Napadala ko ng panggasto sa bahay at tuition ng mga kapatid ko.
Ako, tulong sa bahay at ipon ko sa SSS.
Pwede din ba ako dyan?
Oo naman. Bukas to sa ating mga OFW. Napakadaling maghulog. Pwede sa internet o sa mga remittance centers. May SSS FlexiFund din ako. Dagdag ipon.
Mag-iipon na rin ako.
Buti na lang may SSS. Panatag ang loob ko sa paghahanda ng kinabukasan.
Ang SSS, kabalikat natin.
Tawagan ang SSS UK sa telepono 0208-432-9864 o di kanya mag-email sa aj_RECIOSSS@yahoo.com para sa ibang detalye.
Ikaw, kabayan, may SSS ka na ba?
Looking for your favorite Pinoy food products? Look no further. Manning Impex Limited is your one-stop supplier of Pinoy products here in the UK. Whether it's Skyflakes crackers, Mamacita's Panggisa Mix, Dato Puti Sukang Maasim, or Boy Bawang Corny, Manning Impex Limited has them all. And the list goes on.
Silver Swan, Ladies' Choice, Mang Tomas, Marca Piña, Nor, Jack and Jill, UFC.
Manning Impex Limited has more than 25 years experience supplying and distributing the finest quality Pinoy foods in the UK and Ireland. For more info, visit www.manningimpex.com. Manning Impex Limited is the official agent for Mamacita, Skyflakes, Dato Puti, Silver Swan, Jack and Jill, and many, many more Pinoy favorites. Manning Impex Limited, your home for the finest quality foods from the Philippines.
This is the biggest radio network outside the Philippines. Channel Philippines Network. Serving the global Pinoy. The Peña Group Sports Club UK proudly presents the second Open Ping Pong sa Leicester Team Tournament 2014, May 24, Saturday from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. at the St. John Bosco Parish Hall, 88 Paisley Road, Air Monsell, Leicester, LE29BU. Come and enjoy and experience the fun and healthy competition with fellow Filipinos. More than 40 players with 10 teams from different county to compete. The second Open Ping Pong sa Leicester Team Tournament as presented by the Peña Group Sports Club UK. For details, contact 07983-576-082 or 07769-262-947. The second Open Ping Pong sa Leicester Team Tournament 2014 from your official media partner, Pinoy Radio UK. The Filipino Association of Birmingham, in cooperation with the Birmingham City Council and Bartley Greenward, present Birmingham Barrio Fiesta 2014.
It's a fiesta!
Featuring Laing Kayumangi, plus surprise guests from the Philippines on July 12 and 13, Saturday and Sunday at the Woodgate Valley Country Park, Clubgate Lane, Bartley Green, Birmingham, B32 3DS. For marketing, sponsorship, and catering bookings, contact Mr. Rosen Malonzo at 07985-159-203 or 0121-244-6900. For performers and Santa Cruzan Parade, contact Mr. Romulo Palma at 0754-0633-789 or Mr. Roy Martinez at 0781-03-77208. And for more information, contact the event chairman, Mr. Marlo Kilang at 0753-10-22269 or 0121-249-2765. And for Fiesta Raffle tickets, contact Miss Marvick Phillips at 0740-176-5373. Birmingham Barrio Fiesta 2014. Kita Kits Kabayan. From your official media partner, Channel Philippines Network, Pinoy Radio UK. Mula sa kabisera ng Inglaterra, sa puso ng Britanya, London, UK. Ito ang Channel Philippines Network, Pinoy Radio UK. Sumasayang papawid 24 oras buong linggo. sa www.pinoyradiouk.com. Ang mga pinakapaborito mga awitin, mga pinakaabangang programa, at mga sariwang balita at impormasyon mula at para sa mga kababayang Pilipino sa UK at sa buong mundo. Pinoy Radio UK. Pinoy Radio UK. Night Jam with Sonny Laragan. Friday edition. Kasama si Peps Villanueva. Night Jam. Friday edition.
Okay, tuloy-tuloy ho tayo sa ating palatuntunan. No? We are on our second hour, 8 minutes after 10. Ang ating oras po sa gabing ito. Ako po si Sonny Laragan. At syempre, kapiling natin yung ating barkada, Katoto, Chokaran, Repa, Peps, lahat na ho yan, no? All rolled into one. Si Mr. Peps, Villanueva. Peps, good evening.
Good evening, Sonny. Andito pa rin tayo ngayon, nagbo-broadcast live from the Terracotta Park Film Festival, no? Dito sa Institute of Contemporary Arts, no? Dito po sa The Mall. Madali lang po makita, no?
Ako naman dito po sa Costa Blanca.
No? Ang pinapalabas ngayon at this point in time yung On the Job, no? Yung pelikulang si Piolo yata nandiyan kasama si Piolo, si Gerard Anderson, ano? At ang director nito si Eric Mati. Magko-Q&A pa siya. Eric Mati, no? Magko-Q&A pa siya
nasa UK pala si Eric Mati, no?
Dumating siya kagabi pero uuwi na siya sa Sunday, no? So,
all right, okay.
Mabilis lang. So, inopen niya yung festival dahil pelikula niyang this Sunday, alis na siya. Sa 25th.
Okay, Sunday. All right. So, hindi na siya dadaan dyan sa Sunday. Basta, ano na yun? Wala na siya. Hanggang Sabado na, pinakano niya. Okay.
Tsaka ang pelikula niya kasi ngayon lang palabas yung pelikula niya, no?
May kasama tayo, no? Ano natin? We have somebody with us, no? A very special guest, and this guy actually, I think, I don't know if it's broken a lot of hearts, Filipino hearts. Let's ask him siguro. Tanongin natin. Josh, good evening once again to you. Welcome once again to on our program. Josh West, yes. Josh, good evening.
Thank you. Hi, how are you? Good.
Josh, I'm going to ask you a very personal question. Are you romantically involved? Are you already married? Do you have a girlfriend? The reason why I'm asking is because... Yes, you're married and...
Yeah, I'm married. I have a child, and we have another one on the way. So, yes, I am taken.
When you were doing the show, was she just a girlfriend, or you were already married? That time.
Before I did the first show, we had just got engaged before I did the first show, and then I did the show, and then we got married after I came back.
All right. You got married because she's afraid that she might lose you. So because you're now a superstar, is that it?
Yeah, because you've become a superstar
very popular. All of a sudden, you became very popular on the BBC.
Well, I tell you what the truth is. I tell you the truth. When I went over there, I met Rogelio, and he told me his values and why he married Edith, and he told me his background story of how they met. And the passion and the way that he talked about it, it touched me in a way which obviously gave us that strong bond that we have now, even to the point that I call Rogelio my brother. And when I came back from the Philippines, I knew that woman I was with, Lynn, my wife, now was the woman I want to be for the rest of my life. So it was because of the experience I spent and the time I spent with Rogelio in the Philippines, which is why I'm taken now. And I don't think it's because I was going to be a big, massive star on the BBC.
No, you don't want to admit it, but you don't want to admit it, but that's the reason why. Honestly, actually, you're actually lying to us. You're lying. You're not telling the truth. No, just kidding. Oh, by the way, okay. How was it in the Philippines? It's the traffic is terrible. It's very humid. What else? It's a bit crowded. Really crowded.
And no traffic rules as well.
No traffic rules. Yes,
there are traffic rules, but no one listens. Yeah. Everyone they have their own type of traffic rules. Like, for instance, I noticed that if somebody wanted to pass you, they double beep you with their horn. And if you were trying to pass them, you single beep them. So there is a kind of a rule, But when you're first there, all you hear is beep, 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 beep all the time, and you have no idea what's going on. Red lights don't seem to mean very much because we stopped at a red light and 6 cars went through, and then a couple of bikes went through as well. So, people take their chances with that situation. But I did do a part of the program. I went to a driving school, and he was very, very hard on people trying to jump through red lights. He showed us a car traffic accident where someone actually went through a red light and hit a pedestrian and showed how dangerous it is to do that. But, it's a different lifestyle over there. It's a different way of life for people over there. Yes, there's a lot of traffic, but, if it's taking you 2 hours to get from one point to the other, you're going to try and cut corners to get to where you need to get to. Unfortunately, cutting corners means that you could endanger someone, but, I can't enforce them rules. These are the rules that they live by, or they break, should I say.
We haven't got any...
Which rules were you following, Philippines or UK?
I tried to do the UK one, and it took me so long to get from point A to point B, I decided to use the Filipino one, which made it a lot quicker. So.
Did you finally feel that it was the wrong thing, accepting this commission from the BBC to do this? Because was it stressful to you, or was there almost a point that you had a heart attack in the Philippines?
I tell you the scariest part for me, which never made it to air. We were doing a drive with the driving instructor, and the Hino's jeepney, the lights went out on it, and it was just turning dark. And we was on a massive motorway, and I couldn't see anything. And that was the scariest part for me. And I broke out in a cold sweat afterwards because I was really scared for my life. And that was the only time I thought to myself, what am I doing here? Because I just couldn't see where I was going. I was literally following a black truck to actually guide me off the motorway. And that was really scary because everybody else was beeping and tooting and flashing their lights at me. And that's the only time I thought to myself, am I doing the right thing here? But I got through that, and I'm very pleased that I did. And it was an experience which I feel helped me progress to do the program, and gave me the drive to do the charity work I do for it as well.
Oh, that's good.
Wow. Say for example, the president wanted to speak to you, and probably make you a consultant in traffic regulations and traffic. Would you accept? The president of the Philippines?
Oh, absolutely, yes.
For example.
Yes.
You would?
Yes, I would.
What would you tell him?
Definitely,
What would be your advice to him?
You need to work on structure. Structure in the Philippines when it comes to traffic, people break the rules so badly. And not only structure in the sense of how the people drive, but the structure of the road systems. Because some of the roads which we went on were appalling. The way the condition of the road was really bad. And some of the roads were too narrow for the type of trucks were actually going down that road, which could cause accidents, and visibility was terrible. So that's a couple of things I would look into. And also, when people, they should have a renewal of their license or another road test after, say, 5 years to make sure that they haven't slipped into bad habits, which all could be things which they could use to improve the road conditions out there. But not only for the roads, but also for the drivers as well, and the pedestrians, which it can be very, very difficult because if a car is stuck in a traffic jam, they're going to take the risk of crossing the road, and that, again, is putting themselves in danger and putting the driver in danger. So that's something they could think about.
Were you referring to the pedestrians?
Well, yeah, there was a point where I actually stopped, and it was, I think we was at this place, outside this place called Robinson's. I'm not sure if you know it. And I was waiting for me to, and I stopped. And this trike came along and actually smashed into the back of the jeepney. And I'm like, what are you doing? I'm not even moving, mate, and you're crashing into me. And he's like, sorry. I'm like, well, that sort of thing shouldn't happen. And the reason why he crashed into me, because he didn't have any brakes on his bike. So, obviously, he couldn't stop as quick as he wanted to.
And he wasn't expecting you to stop for a pedestrian,
Probably not.
Because the rule in Manila is don't use a zebra crossing.
Yes.
Because that makes you a target.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. But me looking at it, my London driving and my bus driving experience tells me you stop at pedestrian crossings. In fact, you slow down before you get to them. And,
exactly.
And that's when I realised you've got to change your style just to get through.
Yeah, I know.
But you know what, I don't know. I had this feeling when I first came over, and I didn't realize about this the zebra crossing that cars should stop. My feeling was this lady who crossed the zebra crossing because the bus that I was on that time stopped. And I saw this lady just taking her time, crossing the street. Whereas in the Philippines, we would sort of rush, because, we would like to allow the vehicles to pass through.
To carry on, yeah.
To carry on. In that instance, I was feeling that lady was so arrogant, so, because she was taking her time. But I didn't know until that time when I started driving and started, to learn the traffic rules, did I realize that, you have to stop at a pedestrian, zebra crossing. But in the Philippines, we don't have that. We don't have that. Even the flashing of lights. Say, for example, if I flash my lights, headlights, for example, it means I'm allowing you to go ahead.
That's right.
I'm giving you, I'm giving way to you. But in the Philippines, it's not.
In the Philippines, it means
it's
don't
me.
move.
Don't move. I'll turn. Whatever. I have the priority, something like that. Or
move out my way. I'm coming through.
Oh yes,
yeah.
Or sometimes
I mean, in the highway code over here, flashing your lights means I'm coming through. Do not cross. But it's been, people have used it interpreted it differently to say, okay, I'm allowing you to go through. But that's a rule that people bend over here, if you like. So yeah, I mean, we don't always follow the rules in the UK as well. But every country to their own, really, isn't it?
But how did you manage to fit into a jeepney?
Yes,
no, that was one of the most.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
considering that the seats are not adjustable.
That's very true. We have a problem with drivers here who are very tall like myself. I'm 6'3", which is 188 centimeters.
Oh my God!
And I weigh about.
So you had to drive sideways.
I tried that and it didn't work for me. Because driving sideways, when I tried to lift my right leg to go from the accelerator to the brake, it would hit the steering wheel, and that means I couldn't get across to it. So if you imagine putting both of the soles of sitting on your bum and putting both of your soles of feet together, and then I had to drive like that. So if you imagine a cowboy with bent legs or a bulldog, I would have to drive like that, basically, and that's the only way I could do it. And also the shoes I wore were very important. I had to wear very flat sole shoes so I can have as much room as I can to go from accelerator to brake. And obviously, for me, it was difficult because I was driving a left-hand drive car, and over in the UK, we drive right-hand drive cars. So although the pedals were the right place, the turning positions were different. Where I was looking was different and that sort of thing. So the combination of that and having a letterbox to look through as a windscreen made it extremely difficult. But Rogelio was a very good teacher. And he taught me a couple of tricks which I used. And when I was panicking, I thought, what would Rogelio say? Or what did he say I should do? And that's what got me through the drive, basically. He's a very good man. He's a very good man.
Well, okay.
Did you have cassette tapes in front of you?
Say it again?
Did you have
cassette tapes in front of you on the...
Like music cartridges or any...
Or
any passages? No, I think what the funny thing was, we had to put some Filipino people on the bus already because when I tried to do my run, people saw me driving and thought, who's this guy driving the bus, the jeepney? I'm not getting on. And then they said, look, come on the bus, it'll be okay, it'll be okay. And they wouldn't get on the bus. So I didn't have people crowding the front of the bus and riding the bus on the side. But I did have a couple of guys on the back of the bus, which I couldn't see through the mirrors and that, driving while I was driving.
Okay, some stars, for example, say before, say a star, if she has to do with some, some martial arts or some fighting or anything, they do train for even months. For example, say actors who are not boxers who have to probably portray a boxer in the film would have to practice boxing. Were you actually doing the actual practice on take already? I mean, shooting it as you were training, or were you given a time to learn it for about 2 weeks or 3 weeks prior to the actual shooting?
Right. The first time I went out there, I went out for 13 days. I didn't drive the jeepney for the first 4 days. I had the first time you see me driving a jeepney for real with the very first time is when I went to the training school. I'd never been in front of a jeepney before. I went to the training school and they showed me how to drive it. That was the very first time. After the training school, Rogelio took me out by himself with the camera crew, and we just drove around without passengers, just with the BBC staff in there and the fixers who were over there as well. So in total, I would have said I had 4 days training, which consists of about 10 hours in total.
Were you insured? I mean, the risks that you had to take, because you're talking in the Philippines. I mean, in terms of the traffic situation, no rules, no anything there in terms of driving. How was it? Were you given? I don't know. How was the arrangement? Your insurance, this sort of things. How are they?
Well, the insurance was taken care of by the BBC. They insured me. They insured the jeepney. And they covered that completely. So they covered that in the eventuality that I had an accident and hit someone or injured someone or damaged the jeepney. It was covered by the BBC. So I had a fully comp insurance in that sense. So I didn't have to worry about that sort of thing. But for my own personal sense of mind or sense of being a person, I didn't want to hit anybody. I didn't want to hit any trucks. I didn't want to hit any cars, because not only is that jeepney the one which is raising money to feed a family, and I'm not just talking about 2 or 3 people, I'm talking about 8, 9, 10, 11 people that jeepney provides for. I couldn't take the risks of doing something dangerous or forgetting or making a mistake to cause an accident. So that I was overcautious, and I made sure that I did everything as best as I possibly could, so that I didn't have that eventuality.
Right. When you were driving, so how many days were you driving? Say on a particular day, did you actually get something like probably 1,000 pesos, 500 pesos?
Oh, how much did I make?
Yeah, did you make as a driver for,
Yeah, as a driver for on the training runs, I didn't do any picking up of any money. The only time I picked up any money was actually on the live run, when I did it all on my own, just me, the camera crew, and we drove from one end, from the beginning of the route to the end of the route, all on my own without Rogelio. On that particular route day, I think I only made about, and I did only one run, remember, I think it was about 30 pesos, 34 pesos, 35 pesos.
34 pesos? Really?
Yeah,
wow.
Yeah, something like that. It wasn't very much. I think I only had about 8 passengers in total.
I think something went wrong. They were giving you 10 pesos, and you were giving back for a change probably with 20 pesos. And that's the reason why.
No.
you lost all the money.
No, I double-checked that I did that right. Yeah, one guy gave me...
Okay, all right.
Yeah, one guy gave me 50 pesos for a 7 peso fare. So I had to give him 43 pesos back and drive the jeepney and without crashing and give him the right change. And I think I did, because he didn't make any complaints. So either I gave him too much or I gave him the right amount.
All right, okay. In the Philippines, the drivers are, the jeepney drivers, they are the drivers, they are the conductors, they are the cashiers, and they are also the DJs. Sometimes, there are some jeepneys that have these, like what Peps was saying earlier, like cartridges, music, like cassette tapes or music cartridges or, 8-track things that they put in. So these guys are a combination of everything, wearing too many hats, like a DJ playing the music for the passengers, and then also acting as a conductor, collecting the money. So you were all of those probably. And did you know that in the Philippines, if you're if you're a driver in the Philippines, yes.
See, also Rogelio was the mechanic as well, because the starter motor went on the jeepney, and it took him, I would say, about 90 seconds to take that starter motor off. And he did it that quickly. So they're mechanics as well, and he's that good. And he did it only with a 13mm screw spanner, and he did it all off. And it was hot, and he actually did it with his bare hands. He undid the bolts, spun it off, and took it off, and it was really stinking hot. And he did a really good job on that. So the mechanics as well, they have to be multi-talented, because you can't afford to pay somebody else to do the job that you can do yourself. So by him able to being the conductor, by him being the driver, by him being the mechanic, or him being the panel beater, whatever you want to be to get that jeep on the road, if he can do it himself, that's less money he has to pay out somebody else to do it for him. So it's a necessity to do it. For me, I've got, like I said in the program, I have a team of engineers behind me. If a light bulb goes out, I call someone else to fix that. If you have an accident, someone bends the back of the bus gets damaged, somebody else fixed that. Someone wants to put fuel in it, somebody else does that. All I have to do as a driver is get in there, do my safety checks, and drive, and that's it. I don't have to worry about anything else.
That's good. That's good. So at least you had all the support you needed. Yeah.
You're luckier. What you're telling everybody in the Philippines, you're luckier here in the UK because you have
absolutely, yes.
somebody.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes, exactly.
But I mean, they can also. So what I'm going to say, they can also take some construction from that. If they did have people like we did, have a team of people working behind that particular bus to get it working, it also employs other people as well, other jobs. And obviously people want to work over there. That's a fact. I've seen it. So by having a crew looking after a crew of bus drivers, okay, that would pay for itself because then you get more efficient buses, you get nicer, cleaner buses, and that sort of thing. Or I'll say GEs, should I say.
Right. Well, now going back to this fun run, perhaps may sasabihin ka ba? Go ahead.
Yeah.
Babalik ko na sana sa fun run.
Yeah, babalik ko na nga rin sana. Babalik ko na nga. No?
Bring us back to the fun run.
Josh, I believe part of the proceeds of Run for a Cause will also go to your charity.
Mm-hmm.
Am I correct?
Yeah, that's correct. Run for a Cause, when they approached me about this, they have said that they're going to do a 50-50 split with me, Dance Aid and Run for a Cause, which we mentioned earlier. So whatever money we raise on the 1st of June at Hampstead Heath, it goes 50-50 split. And basically what happens is you turn up on the day. The day starts at 9:30, and you pay your registration fee, which is £10. And then you run with me. You can either run with me, and there's a running group and there's a walking group. So people who have injuries and so they can't actually run the 5K, they can walk the 5K as well. Because as long as you want, hopefully it'll be a nice sunny day, and you can go out, and then afterwards we'll sit there and chat and we'll and discuss what we've done, how much fun we had, and that sort of stuff. But I'll be in the running group, and the running group will be group R, and there'll be a group W for the walking group.
So we'll be in the walking group then. Is there a 1K walk?
Sorry, say that again, please.
Is it the walking thing? Is how long is the walking group?
The walking
thing?
one is still 5K. Both of them are 5K.
All right. Okay. So all right. So both are 5Ks. Right. One would have to run it. The other, the non-runners will have to walk it.
That's correct.
All right. Okie dokie. All right. But how long do you expect these people?
Is it possible?
Yeah. Yes.
Is it possible for me to join just the last K?
The walking.
Just 1K. Yeah? I'll
just the last K.
Walk the 1K.
And we can hold hands together and cross the line like we both did it together.
Yes, I'll be fresh going to the finish line. Yeah.
Yeah, you'll sprint ahead of me and finish before me. That'll be perfect.
Are you allowing people who are walking to probably walk it for 1 kilometer and have it the rest, say, for the next 4 kilometers to be on there, on stretcher? Not really stretchers, but on. No. What do you call those? Wheelchairs.
Are you talking about us, Sonny?
No.
I might be on the stretcher after I've run the 5K, yeah.
It's short, Josh. It's short for the body. The mind is willing, but the body is, something like that.
The body's weak.
But,
the body's weak. The mind is willing, but the body is weak. Yeah.
Okay, but how are you doing? Are you practicing for this? Are you running every day or every week or every?
Well, it's only 5K, which is 2.3 miles. So I say only because normally I do a 10K run, which is full of obstacles, which there's 22 obstacles I normally do run this 10K run, and I raise about £600 a year when I do that. So this particular one is only 5K without no obstacles, and I'm going to be running with a group of people which, you could run and chat together. It's not exactly a race, but it's a run for a cause. So we're going to use this just to get around the course. I train regularly. I train now about 3 times a week. I do an hour in the gym, I do an hour in the park, and then I do some stuff at home as well, some workouts at home. So it's about 3 times a week I train. That's just my own personal fitness. But for Run for a Cause, I put a little bit more running into it than I normally was because I've adapted my style. So yeah, I expect to finish in a reasonably good time without stopping would be good.
weren't to talk to anybody, say for example, you wouldn't mind anybody, just concentrated on running. How quick can you negotiate that 5-kilometer run?
Me, myself, I think I will be able to get around that 5K in approximately 30 minutes. That's what I would say. And that's it's an easy leisurely place.
All right, 30 minutes for a 5-kilometer run. Oh, wow.
3-1.
Huh?
Sorry, 3-0.
3-0.
Maybe 5K I could do in 30 hours.
Yeah, I guess
I can do it a lot quicker in the bus, that's for sure.
And there has to be a water stop, yeah?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Definitely got to have a water stop, especially if it's a hot day. If it's a nice hot day, we'll definitely get a water stop.
You mentioned your charity. What's this charity all about?
Well, the charity is called Dance Aid. A young lady called Laura Wilson went over to the Philippines some years back, and she went into a relatively dangerous area of the Philippines. Just like any country, you've got dangerous areas. And she saw kids, basically on the street, and she's like, where's your family? Where you thinking? They're homeless. And that struck a nerve with her. So when she came back to the UK, she started a charity called Dance Aid, because she's a dancer herself. And ever since then, she's been working with people in the Philippines, in other parts of the world like Africa, helping people who don't have families, who live on the streets, feeding them, educating them, and housing them. And when I got in contact with her, it felt that she was doing exactly the type of thing that I wanted to do. And we've become good friends as well. And we speak on a regular basis about different projects we can do. Even so much so that she's roped me into doing the London Triathlon this year as well, which I thought I would never do. But yeah, I'm doing it for the second year. And she's very committed and very driven to getting this charity up and running. She's even given me my own page on the charity, which is danceaid.org/Joshua West. So if you put that into your browser, you'll get my page, and it'll give you all the information about Dance Aid and the information about the Run for Cause as well. It's a very good charity. It's not a big charity, and it's a non-profit charity, which is very, very good. So I have nothing but praise and great admiration for what she's done and what the charity's done for me and for the people I'm helping in the Philippines.
Wow, fantastic. Josh, you work in London. Where in London do you live?
I live in West London, so I live approximately 6 or 7 minutes drive from my work, which is in Shepherd's Bush. So the garage that I work at is Shepherd's Bush Bus Garage, and I've been there for approximately 8 or 9 years now. And it's a good garage, and I enjoy it. It's busy. It keeps you occupied, and every single day is different, and every single day they throw a new challenge at you. So, when you get up in the morning, when you're thinking, like, what's the day going to hold? And just buckle down and get on with it.
Well, fantastic. Any final words, probably, or you might want to invite them once again on this fun run?
Yeah.
Sure. Go right ahead, please, Josh.
Yeah.
Or anything that you'd like to add that we haven't?
Say it again?
What time does it start again? 9?
Okay.
9:30?
So the start starts at 9:30 in the morning on the 1st of June. It's at Hampstead Heath.
Sunday.
When you get there, it's a Sunday. Yeah, that's right. So if you get there 9:30 and you are ready to run, we'll do a quick warm up and we'll do our run. It should be over by 1 p.m. It's £10 registration. So we have two groups. We have a walking group and we have a running group, Group R and Group W. The proceeds will go to 2 Filipino charities, which is fantastic. That means more people can be helped. You can contact me through my Facebook page, or you can contact Dance Aid. And it is just something which, when I was approached to do this, I thought to myself, this is exactly something which I feel I am able to do and I'm willing to do. There is talk about doing this around Europe, going to different countries and that, but let's get this first one underway. So if you are free on Sunday and you feel that you can walk 5K, come on down, pay your registration, walk with me, run with me on June 1st. If you are fit and healthy and you want to run as well, come down, pay your £10 and run with me as well. I don't mind people standing and taking pictures with me at all. I don't mind at all. So if you want to talk to me about the program, it's entirely up to you. There's no pressure, but it'll be the more people we get down there, the more people will be helped. Because £10 in the UK goes far, and with the exchange rate goes a long way in the Philippines. So it works out to clothe a child in the Philippines through dance aid, it costs you 50p a day. It's something worthwhile doing. So I'd really, really appreciate it to get as many people down there as possible and walk all around with me on June 1st.
Fantastic.
Where's the meeting point again?
Yes.
Part of Hampstead Heath are they supposed to go?
The train station, now you've got me on a good one, 'cause I was thinking about that. Hampstead Heath is an overground station. Oh, gosh, I can't remember which one it is.
Never mind. We'll announce it on the radio. It's all right. It's all right. No problem. Don't worry about it.
We'll announce it. Yeah, as soon as it's
we'll
set up, then we'll make the announcement. Yeah.
As long as you would turn up, that's the most important thing.
I will definitely be there. You can count on that. I will definitely be there.
All right. Okay.
It's Hampstead Heath. Hampstead Heath Station. It's called. I've got it here on my computer. Hampstead Heath Station. That's the closest station to the run.
Right. Closest station to the run. All right.
Yeah.
But do you have the exact venue, actually, place where people would start?
Meeting point is Parliament Hill, Hampstead Heath Park, and they said recommend train and tube is Hampstead Heath Station.
Parliament Hill.
Yeah.
That's where it is. Hampstead Heath.
In Hampstead Heath. Yeah.
In Hampstead Heath.
Okay. All right then. Josh, thank you. Maraming salamat. Do you understand? Maraming salamat.
That means thank you very much, isn't it?
Yes, very much. Thank you very much. Marami is many. Thank you very much. So
thank you.
Many thanks. Thank you very much. So, hope we can have you again on the show. Probably after the run. We could probably talk about your experience, and we'd love to talk to you because you are some sort of a star celebrity back home in the Philippines in a way because of the show, the BBC feature that you're on. So thank you very much, and we love you because you love the Filipinos. And we're so sad. A lot of women are sad because you are already married. But, they have to rejoice because you're there.
They should be happy for me. I found a good woman.
Oh, they should. Yeah, okay. We should. Girls, you should be happy for him, for Josh. Don't be very selfish, no? He only has one heart. But if he had 10 hearts, he will give the others to you. But anyway,
exactly.
Josh, thank you very much. More power. And we're going to see you on the 1st of June for this wonderful project benefiting, the children and, of course, the Filipino organization here in Europe. So, maraming salamat. Thank you very much. More power. We hope to have you. This is not the first and the last time we're going to have you. We'll have you again sometime soon. Thank you very much, Josh.
Perfect.
Thank you very much, Josh.
Bye-bye. Take care.
Salamat. Ayan, mga kaibigan. There you have it, no? Josh West, maraming salamat. That siya po is now na-promote. He got promoted. So, is no longer driving the bus, Peps, no? Ano na siya ngayon? Parang he's now a controller. He controls, like a controller. A supervisor, something like that, no? A coordinator in charge on top of the drivers now. Well, may mga anunsyo ka ba, Peps? Siguro magpapaalam tayo medyo maaga for tonight, no? Ano yan?
Run for a cause yung ating
Run for a cause, no? So darating na 1 ng Hunyo at ito'y linggo.
Linggo.
9:30. Oh, yan, no? 9.
Sa pinaka-round na, ando na yung mga organizer niya.